Hello everybody, Lawrence Fleming here again. It is way too calm as I'm making this video. I look around and there's still some rhetoric going on, but they're doing some war games, things like that tell us that we haven't resolved anything yet. We're just a few days away from Halloween. Most of the partying should be done on the weekend, since it's a weekday holiday, so Halloween itself might appear quiet. But it's on my watch list. I have days that I put on high watch, but that doesn't mean I know that there's going to be anything happen. Satan likes to draw attention to himself whenever he can. Are we going to be 15 seconds away from nuclear annihilation and the Antichrist is going to step in? Well, that's what some people are saying, and I don't know how he could do that. If he's coming down here with a third of his angels, what is that going to look like? I have a nature trail sign pointing ahead, so I guess I'll go this way. When you come to a crossing, you got to figure out which way to go. Some of the fringe groups get out there and say, well, we're going to see aliens come down. No. That's their excuse for when we disappear. Let me come over here. I'll catch some more of this in my beef footage, but this is Spanish moss. Hangs from the trees. Kind of gives you that spooky feeling. It's used in a lot of horror movies because they're always in some kind of a swampy area. Swamps seem to be spooky. They're no different than any place else. Just have water. So, as we keep watching, we have to keep being ready. I've noticed that my views have gone down dramatically since I've stopped using the word rapture. So I guess I'm going to have to put rapture in this title just so that we've got it, so that I draw more people in. They're not getting the main message. The main message is to be prepared, be ready, be repentant, and be working. All those things apply. But if I can't get people in to hear the message, then I got to do a little bit of fishing. Change the bait. Someone a couple months ago said I'm using the word rapture too much. Well, rapture is the key part of the end times. It's the start of it. It or whatever happens just before it. Things can happen simultaneously. God can multitask. In any case, I am having a great time out here wandering around. This is a new campsite that I haven't been to. As I hike around here and I look down and I'm trudging through sand, I realize that I'm not that far from Florida. And I had to sweep out my tent this morning. It was full of sand that I tracked in. Just 3 days, 4 days, whatever I've been here. And I had to sweep it out already because of sand. So I can see how people that live down in Florida, when they move out, they say they don't miss the sand. It gets in everything. And it's hard to walk in. I would use it for exercise, but I'd be down at the beach and I'd be barefoot. I like to run on the beach. depending on how much exercise I want, I will adjust the moisture content of the sand. You go down and where the water's lapping up on it, it's pretty hard. You can walk on it and not have to struggle. You go up into the dry sand, and as you push off, the sand gives way. You get a harder workout that way. So you can do whatever you want with the beach. I do miss living near a beach. I will admit that. Because when I lived in California, I pretty much lived in beach communities. I lived in Manhattan Beach. I wasn't on the Strand, if you know what a beach community looks like, but I was one building back in a two-story building. The first-story buildings are one story, so you can build a two-story behind them so they can have a view of the beach also. And the only thing I didn't like about it is I had a garage underneath that I never got to use because people would come down there and double park right in front of it. I'd call and have their car towed away, and it would cost them, and you'd think they'd learn, but in an area with 30 million people, 0.5% every day, I wouldn't exhaust the number of people get tickets. It's just, I mean, I had the towing company on speed dial. And 30 minutes later, somebody else would be there. And I tried parking in the garage one time, and then I couldn't get out. I had to wait for the towing company. So I end up, even though I had a garage in my rent, I had to rent a parking space up in the garage at the top of the hill. All right. But I've lived in Redondo Beach, and got that sun behind me. Hermosa Beach. I used to run along the Strand or the beach there, stop by Muscle Beach and watch the athletes working out. Seen Schwarzenegger there years ago. All that's changed now, but California's changed. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody right now. Let's see, I see a highway. Well, I say a highway, a paved road would be a better description. So I must be getting close to coming back into the camping area. I'm on a big loop, and I waited till I'm almost at the end of it to start this. Well, I went to a Bible study last night. Not impressed. I'd asked somebody where to go, and he pointed me to a church, but I think he pointed me to a church that he thought was well-established, big church, and that I would be happy with it. I actually like the little churches. Even if they're struggling, if they've got 20 people in the audience, if the pastor means well and has a heart for God, that's much better than a big church. Okay, I'm coming back. I see some Winnebagos in the distance. I have my nature trail. If you're seeing that backwards, to put it in the mirror. I didn't bring my selfie stick this time. I'm going to have to get a new one. It's starting to not lock into place, and it moves around on me a lot. It's okay if I'm just going to sit and put it up, but if I'm going to walk with it, I think I need a new one. Besides, it doesn't give me a good angle. And I'm holding the thing way out, and I end up looking like this. And I have to put my arm up to get the image to look right, so I think I need a new one. So that's why a lot of times you see me like this, because my arm gets tired of holding the selfie stick. Okay, I think I can go this way. I am going to try to do a live video, maybe over the weekend, and it may have to wait until Monday night. I think that's Halloween night, isn't it? Monday or Tuesday. Whatever Halloween night is, I think I might do that because that's during the week. I don't know who I'm going to get in here on the weekend. People go camping on the weekend more than they do on weekdays. So I'm going to see what it looks like. As soon as I schedule this, I'm going to end up with the rowdy drinking brawl going on next to me in the next campsite. It's been empty, but you never know. Okay. Looking at some interesting fine hair hanging from the tree. I guess they've had horses in here. They've got a separate section, a whole bunch of trails for horses on the other side. And I'm probably fine not to be over there. I don't have to watch for landmines. But I think some have been this way too. Yeah, I'm back into the park area. Most of these places are empty, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 within my visual distance. There may be more on the other side of trees I can't see. So people are still getting out. I haven't looked at license plates because a lot of them are still connected. I don't know where everybody's from. Normally everybody would be going to Florida during the winter, but our hurricane has left the mess down there. I think I'm going to end up connecting back with the trail that I came up on because I'm staying away from the camping. Okay. We're waiting on the Revelation 12 sign. We're waiting on Magog. I personally think the United States is too powerful still. I think we've got to have something happen here. I mean, China's still afraid to come into Taiwan. They want us to be preoccupied in some other kind of war. Well, we're not there yet. So I think that they're waiting. Okay, yeah, I've been here. So I'm coming right back onto where I was before. Okay, I know where I'm at. I have a map in my pocket, but I like to rely on my memory. And yeah, there we go, another change. Got to keep up with these. I wonder if my pedometer is going to give me an accurate. It counts my steps okay, but the heart monitor thing that's supposed to be telling me if I'm doing enough for my heart has been reading 0 lately. It's like, come on. You got to give me something for walking. Sometimes it does that. Okay, so I don't think things are ready yet for, there's a number of different scenarios, but China starting things I don't think is ready yet. I don't think North Korea is ready yet. In fact, they were getting ready to do a nuclear test and they were told they better not. Let's see if they really want to start a war. Both China and Korea are afraid of starting a major war. China has plenty of people to throw at it, but people don't hold up against the weapons that we have. Might have worked 500 years ago, but getting past a trailer and a dog. Hate making the dog start barking. Okay, I know where I'm at, and I'm back to talking. So it looks like for things to work out, it's almost like the United States has to be the first to go. And that may be the ones that are going to have the most problem this November. It might be when they're going to crash our money. There might even be, you can't trust anybody anymore. You know, Russia's saying Ukraine's going to use a dirty bomb on Russia or on their own people and blame it on Russia. And Ukraine's saying Russia's going to do the same thing. The world's full of liars. Who do you trust? Nobody. And the United States is in that group too. They lie just as much as the other countries that we used to make fun of. So it's possible we might get something here. From all signs, the election's going to go away from those in charge. And they're not going to like that. The only part that I'm wondering about, are they going to pull something before the election? Or are they going to wait and see if they can steal it? And they don't need to pull something, but if they wait that long, it's going to have to be pretty big for them to maintain control all the way through next year. I know they're ready with the monetary thing. I'm just worried about what would happen if we lost major power around here. A lot of my stuff is in storage. I got to get through gates. I need electricity to operate. I can't carry everything I own in my car. That's why I have a storage unit. All right, here we go. I think I got to cut through here. Yeah, I can't go back to my site because the trail's blocked there, but all right. Something big is going to happen in the next week, I think. That's my guess. Just from watching things around here. I don't have any verses to quote you for it. I just think something big is going to happen. So be ready. God bless. There's some Spanish moss for you. It's only in certain areas, but it's definitely a sign that we're in a swampy area. Another sign we're in swampy areas. We're up on a little knoll, so there's not going to be any water here, but we're surrounded by lakes. Little nature trail that I'm on.